Okay, everybody, welcome to part two. I just realized in my part one, I didn't say I was looking forward to the next tarot card reading. But anyway, we got a very positive spread today. Um, Positive in the sense that very kind of mature, emotionally mature tasks we have for us today, whatever that may be for each of y'all. We have a happy past, which is interesting. There might be a bit of comparison going on. I say that because I think this happy past card, the Six of Cups, can represent um, a happy past because of true and good things, or it can be a happy past because there's been a absolute zero struggle. There's been a complete kind of, if there's any sort of hardship that was, even if that hardship is for development and stuff like that, there's been an extreme avoidance of that for whatever reason. Not for us, but there is an energy out there that I think this card represents kind of a parallel for us, and then another entity that I just said, an avoidance of any kind of struggle or hardship, even if we all know as a society that these hardships are probably just a fact of life and a fact of preparing ourselves to be adults or gain experience in something that we've started. I said this can represent childhood, or it can just represent an endeavor or a time when we were new at something, and now we're experienced at whatever that may be. Presently, we have this Nine of Cups. And I think that since we keep getting this Nine of Cups reversed, I think it's a bit more than fear of boredom in the mundane. That might be a part of it, but I think this Knight card is a fighter, whether upright or reversed. So, and as far as the upright and reversed, we're molding that with this Moon card that we have, which is about studying our lunar selves, our shadow selves, ourselves that nobody can see. You don't need to get a pair of glasses. There's no glasses to where anybody can see somebody's lunar self. It's about emotional maturity of the individual and community and society. So we have a lot of very strong cards here. So I think this Knight of Cups reversed is a little bit more than fear of the mundane. It's probably about a bit like the Hanged Man, maybe getting fresh new perspectives. And there might be a bit of difficulty in that, considering this is a Knight, and Cups is emotions, feelings, loves, and all that. And the difficulty there is not like an earth thing where it's like, oh, you broke your foot and you have to hobble around with a broken foot. It's a bit different than that. You have going through all these feelings, and people, it can be like you have a broken foot, even though it's more emotional and personification, right? I have my paint set over here. Right behind me. Anyway, so we've got a bit of we have a lot of wisdom, we have a lot of knowledge, and as far as our obstacle today, um, I guess is hidden. At the start of this tarot card reading, I said this obstacle was removed. It's about removing the obstacle. Um, so we have the reversed star and the Queen of Cups, either upright or reversed. The card fell. So, um, but the good thing about that is if there's any feelings of lack of motivation and despair, which is a part of the star card reversed, the Queen of Cups reversed can suppress emotions, and my guess is in a very healthy way. A lot about our lunar selves is maybe emotions that aren't heard, or emotions that aren't actualized or understood, maybe, I think, is a lot of the times when things can go awry and get a bit unhealthy. Um, and again, I'm just saying that as a blank statement. I'm not, I'm just saying that as a blank statement, not to any sort of specific perceived, outwardly perceived unhealthy behavior. But yeah, I think the as far as suppression of feelings and stuff like that, I think there's an intelligence about that. We automatically think that suppressing of feelings is not good, but it is something about that's what happens. So there might be some benefits to that. Today, and this reverse star card, I said, is a bit more fixed. If we're studying, kind of participating in this learning endeavor, the mobility will be with the Queen of Cups here, whether upright or reversed. And the upright Queen of Cups is, again, just very ideal, very emotionally mature, very connected to nature, and to her lunar self there. So there's that. And then our advice and solution is this Nine of Swords, which I think is about dealing with experiences that are known to cause fear and anxiety. I think it's about, again, how you deal with that. If you have a lot of unhealthy suppression, if you have a lot of lunar self that's not evaluated, ashamed and humiliated, this Nine of Swords is not going to be good for you. Things are going to go haywire real quick. But if you are not like that, which I think is what our tarot card reading is focusing on today, if you're somebody who's in tune with their lunar selves and haven't shamed and humiliated your lunar self, and however that manifested, I think this Nine of Swords is going to be going to go really well for you. And a reason I think that is because the future and outcome is the Hanged Man, a very meditative card, at least in this crow deck. It's a bit different in the cat tarot, but I think as far as a theme of exploring our lunar selves, exploring our subconscious, unconscious things that we have going on with ourselves, our brain and stuff like that. This is a really great spread to do all that, especially if there's any sort of comparison with somebody else, which might have happened in the past. So we'll go ahead and draw. Let's see how that turns out. some of this sketchbook. So. And so I think today, this drawing kind of calls for my old school grumpy angels. When I first started drawing, I drew grumpy angels. So I think that's what you're going to draw today. Okay. So we should do some water element, right? Okay. I just used some raindrops for the water elements. Okay, so here's what we're drawing. A little grumpy angel. She's got her angel wings on her ears here. She's got the water element. We have a lot of cups today, so it's a bit of rain going on. And as far as this water element, this lunar self, I drew right here on her neck. It's, I guess, kind of like a cage, and maybe a cage of anxiety. I thought it looks a little bit kind of like a lightning bolt, which we see in the Tower card, which is about change that's beyond your control. This is a lightning bolt. And then on this side, she's got some flowers and comfort there to signify the Hanged Man here, a bit of peace and meditation going on. So yeah. Okay, that's me and Banjo's tarot card reading for this week. Very positive, so that's good. Dealing with the lunar self, I think can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what's going on, if you've never done that before. But if that's not you, this should be a really happy and positive reading. We have a lot of, I think this star card can also represent a lot to learn. And I guess also being an air element too. So even though we have really strong and knowledgeable cards like the Knight and the Queen of Cups, there's still more to look forward to. There's no, is this it? No, there's none of that going on. Yeah, very positive reading. I think, like I said, if that doesn't apply to you, if you've never, if that lunar self of yours you've shamed and humiliated and ignored and tried to cover up, if that's not you, this is going to be really good. And the only dangerous part might be this Nine of Swords here. This feelings of fear and anxiety and getting ready for battle. These are all very serious things, and so I'm wondering what that could mean for y'all. But if there again, you got the Star, the Queen of Cups, the Knight, and the future and outcome is going to be really great. But as far as like dealing with any kind of danger, because there's a lot of cups and lunar self involved, it might be here in this Nine of Swords. So I would suggest if there's anything, any kind of proactive measures you can do, that would be great. But other than that, a really great and positive reading that I'm very happy with. It brought about my little grumpy angels there. So anyway, I guess you'll have a good one. I'll talk to you later. And as always, I look forward to the next tarot card reading. I'll show you a Banjo, but I'll try to show my bed here. Where's Banjo? There's Banjo. There's a good puppy. There's tarot card puppy Banjo. Anyway. Oh my gosh, my laundry. I forgot about it. Anyway, y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to you later.